How's this for a shocker? Facebook admitting mobile is a weakness. Isn't that how you actually look at Facebook these days? Well, in its S1 filing, Facebook highlighted the less than desirable advertising revenue from the mobile business. The question, of course, how much of a risk is it, especially ahead of the IPO? Well, here to help us sort it out, Sigalow, co-founder and partner at Graycroft Partners. So lay out the numbers for us, this kink in the armor, so to speak.
The chink in the armor?
Chink, yes.
Chink in the armor.
Look at him correcting you right off the bat.
Look at that.
New favorite guest.
So I think the issue that Facebook's encountering is that display media, particularly U.S. display media, is
what does
far
that
more,
mean?
That means banner advertising, in the case of Facebook, is more valuable on a per-user basis than mobile display media, which is mobile banner advertising. And so there's two segments. There's online versus mobile, and then there's U.S. versus international. And the research analysts that look at the stock are commenting, well, the growth is international, those are less profitable users, and the growth is in mobile, and those are today less profitable users. And that seems to be the common critique of the company.
So let me ask you, if banner is where the money is, banner ads, why not just reconfigure so that you're able to put banner ads on the mobile screen? I know it's a little
so
screen,
teeny tiny.
Well, figure out a way to do it.
When they're telling me teeth whitening on my laptop, I can ignore it in a big screen, but on my tiny phone?
Explain to me, explain to the viewers, Ian, why it is they can't figure out how to do that.
They do that. The problem
so
is
what's the issue?
The issue is if you're an advertiser like The Gap, and you look across display, which is on this device here, and your mobile phone, you're trying to put money where the conversions happen. So, The Gap...
In other words, where someone goes from Facebook to the Gap website and says, I want to buy that shirt.
To buy.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of money. Obviously, The Gap spends a big portion of their advertising budget online. And if you look at the conversions on this device, a really well-performing commerce business will do 2 to 3% conversion rate for traffic that comes in.
Right.
On mobile, it's about 20 to 25% of that number.
So
we're talking about 50 basis points.
Why is GM getting out full stop? How come they think Facebook doesn't work for them as far as advertising goes?
I can't answer that for GM.
If you had to guess.
I think that my guess is that what they're looking at is the conversion off of the display units on Facebook compared to the conversion that they're getting as a performance marketer across the web on other display units.
In other words, you're not necessarily going to buy a car clicking from Facebook to GM, but you might go to Fandango and buy movie tickets off Facebook.
I
honestly think they're looking at Facebook the wrong way. So,
how should they look at it?
So, as a consumer marketer, if you want to build a customer file today, so Coca-Cola has 8 billion potential customers. GM has a similar number there in China, and it's very hard for them to go out and market to all of those users on a single platform. So Facebook, for the first time, has built a single platform that has 12.5% of the world's population on it at the same time. You can get all of that customer data, and you can build a customer file and target people very explicitly based upon intent, based upon demographic information, based upon what they like, psychographic
But isn't
information.
brand recognition enough? I might not go buy something off something I see on Facebook, but when you see it enough, hey, I know that brand. I mean, we talk about branding all the time here.
The hard part with advertising in general is figuring out what works, right? So it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is click-through rate, if your goal is conversion, sometimes you'll go to other medium where the ads are more prominent and they're easier to see, and on platforms that have higher conversion rates. If your goal is to build a brand, oftentimes you're going to video. So that seems to be the holy grail for big brand marketers, because you have this interstitial. Before I can consume the content, I have to watch a 30 or 60-second spot.
Ian Sigalow, this is a great conversation. We're going to have you back and talk about this in greater detail. Ian Sigalow of Graycroft Partners, thanks for joining us.
I just watched Bloomberg TV.
All right.